You've been.
Hey, do you notice something different about me? Hmm?
Uh, let's see. You look a little taller.
I got a haircut.
You got a
Yeah,
haircut.
I got a haircut. You don't notice? You don't see it?
No.
Yeah, you don't. My curly blonde hair. Yeah, I got a haircut. Man,
You
you
must
what the
have
hell?
the chicks must be beating down your door.
Man, I'm slicked up and perfumed up and ready to go. I've got that
Yeah,
barbershop smell.
your Tinder account must be on fire, huh?
Oh yeah, that Tinder account. Do people still use Tinder?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you something. Have you seen
I've seen everything, Arthur.
the trailer to the new Predator movie?
Ah!
Check this out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is your first hunt. And you've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
That's the girl from did you ever see a movie called Super 8?
Yeah.
That's the girl from Super 8.
You're after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predator. I could help you.
Mm-hmm. The girl.
Well, good luck with your journey. You're not the predator. You're the prey.
He speaks English?
We might not.
I don't know, man.
I saw more women than I did men, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of
You
these
know what?
women.
I see what they're trying to do. They're like, well, let's meet them in the middle. We'll make her an android.
Yeah.
But
it's always about these freaking women, man.
yeah, I really miss, and I don't like the guy, but I really miss Arnold Schwarzenegger. I miss Sylvester Stallone. I miss Carl Weathers. I miss the big
Jesus,
armed bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Get in the chopper! I miss that guy.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, of course.
God, Dirty Harry. I grew up with that guy.
Instead we get one of the Dakota Fanning sisters.
Oh my god.
It's just like, come on, man. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's her sister. It's a Fanning.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I mean, it's coming. I think it's coming out on Netflix.
Well, it's
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch
yeah.
it. It's something new. I'm so sick and tired of reruns. But
yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm not excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something else to watch.
Who doesn't like lasers and spaceships? Fuck, man.
Hollywood has just lost its way. I'm looking at all this AI stuff, and it's incredible. It's incredible what they can do for this AI stuff. right now they're just showing me special effects and things that can the characters morph into a vase or a fish or whatever. But it's going to get to a point where they're going to make actual stories. Right now they're just messing
Yeah,
around with it.
A while back they were on strike because writers were no longer needed, or were going to get paid less because they could just type in a computer, "This is a story I want," and the AI would provide it. You're going to have a time where they're not going to have to pay actors millions of dollars. They're just going to generate them. And honestly, I don't care anymore, because I just don't.
Why would I pay a human writer to write me that Predator movie? A bunch of women, and why would I pay a human? Why would I hire a human cast, go through $100 million for humans to do a movie that's about a gay, lesbian, trans, and it's going to be a flop? Why would I pay $100 million for The Acolyte? That was all done by women, human women. Why would you pay money for that crap?
I don't know, but
they did it to themselves.
I remember a time where you would watch a trailer and you would just be so excited. You're like,
when
this summer.
Yep,
this summer that new Harrison Ford movie's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This summer that that new science fiction movie's coming out. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
And and here's a funny thing, women don't give a shit about a Predator movie. They don't care.
Of course they don't. Women don't do science fiction in the same numbers that men do.
Right. They have no interest. They're watching this trailer. They don't give a shit. So you're feeding this trailer to a demographic of men who are watching it and they're going, well, at least I'm getting lasers and spaceships. But, it's just, no one cares. Yeah, I'm fed up.
In a way, this was I remember when the music business went bust. I was there when it first went bust, the first time around in the 90s. And then it went bust again in the 2000s after Napster. Then it went really broke. But I remember all of my actor friends seeing all of us out of a job because the hair band tours crashed. Once Nirvana came out, it was all gone, and I was one of them. I think I was on tour, and there were no ticket sales anymore. Everybody wanted to see grunge, and I remember my actor friends, all the theater freaking sons of bitches. Well, movies we're not going to go extinct. Movies will
right.
People will always go to the theater. It's a recession-proof business. Ha ha ha. Right. They're laughing at us music people because the things were changing. Times were changing. Technology and all that stuff, music tastes and all. But they thought we're untouchable. Yeah, this is never going to happen to us.
How could you blame them? I mean, the shit that we have right now is straight up fucking magic. Those AI generators, they're straight up fucking magic. I'm watching stuff on YouTube. If Star Wars came out in the 50s, and it's showing me a 1950s version of Star Wars, and it looks fan-fucking-tastic. It looks amazing.
Yeah. I know. I'm seeing it. I'm almost tempted to make a movie myself. Do it, man.
Yeah.
Studio, you would have to make a record in a professional studio with the equipment and all that stuff. Technology came around, digital technology, and all of a sudden you're making a studio, a record in your living room.
Right.
It's the same thing here. You don't need $100 million in a professional movie studio, big stage sets. You can make it out of your comfort of your home now. You can make a movie. People who didn't have access to the Hollywood, all of a sudden they've got ideas. Hey, let me put it down. Maybe, you know?
Well, remember how fascinated we were when we could all of the sudden write an album in our bedroom?
Pro Tools.
It was, yeah,
Pro
it
Tools
was
changed
crazy.
everything. You could
Yeah.
see your song on a computer and cut this part out and put it over there without having to redo it.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. You could loop
I mean,
it and everything. You can do anything in Pro Tools.
think about how many studios that shit put out of business.
All of them. They're all gone. I can name maybe 2 or 3, but they're all used by the movie business.
Right. Remember that one guy, we recorded our album, and this guy rented a house in Studio City. He lived in one bedroom, and there were 3 other guys living there, and he used the house as a studio.
Mm-hmm.
He basically rented out classic vintage equipment.
Yeah.
And the other tenants, his roommates, were engineers.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically recorded people's music, and that's how they paid their rent.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's gone.
All the artists that have money have their own studios in their house. They have a home studio in their basement. They're in their mansions. They get up in the morning, eat breakfast, do some coke, and they go down to record music in their own house. But they've got the money to do it.
Yeah.
You know, the professional studio is pretty much dead. For music,
it's gone.
For music bands. Yeah, it's gone. And the same thing's happening to the film business. But the film business did it to itself.
So Hulk Hogan's dead.
All the steroids caught up to him. You do not have that type of body at 70 years old. You just don't.
Look at him.
I could never get my body back not like that. And I was a professional powerlifter. And unless I do steroids, I look like that. So all those steroids got up to him.
You look at how old was Arnold Schwarzenegger when he had to get heart surgery?
I don't know, but that was early.
That was like what, 5 years ago?
No, maybe like 10 years ago, or something like that.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, the guy had to have open heart surgery. I mean, that shit is bad for you.
Yeah, it is. I remember when especially the football players, they started getting brain cancer, liver cancer, heart attacks, a lot of heart attacks. And they're, you're 30, 40 years old and you're getting a heart attack, because they were juicing up.
And this guy never quit. Never quit.
No, you don't have that muscle mass at 70 years old. You just don't.
Yeah, he's walking around at 70 with these huge muscles.
Yeah. That not even genetics, not even genes could do that.
And he had a string of luck. He had that lawsuit that basically made him a millionaire. Well, he was living the life. Had a hot new young wife. She's probably got all the money now.
Shit, man, of course those rich guys got the hot new wife. Young 20-year-old blonde.
I remember seeing him. I was waiting for my ex's Honda to get some service on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out in the street just waiting for the car to be done. And I remember seeing him walking down the street with his ex-wife. And this had to have been like 2004.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the time when he had that reality show.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was huge. There was Hulk Hogan and his blonde ex-wife.
But everybody's putting him down. He was a racist. He said some
Oh
words.
God,
You know,
he said the N-word.
I was a bigot. He said the ninja word.
And the ninja word.
Did you see that guy? He does the
Joey
gym.
Swole.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Joey Swole.
First, he's I'm not gonna regret it. Oh, I apologize. What a wimp.
Yeah, dude.
Wimp. Get out of here.
I would never apologize.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? I would never, ever apologize. If you're not prepared to lose it all,
mm-hmm.
Don't say it. Don't even go there. And I know a lot of people who were, praising him, saying nice things about him. And then they quickly turned around and were like, oh, I had no idea that had happened. Fuck cancel culture and fuck everybody that uses cancel culture. Go die off.
It was a conversation in private in his house that he was having with his family. He didn't expect to get recorded. Who doesn't have personal opinions in the privacy of your home? And this guy put it out there. So what? So he said stuff in private when your guard is down, like
Man,
you
he
don't say
apologized.
stuff. You don't say stuff in private. Nobody else
No,
does.
Not me. Not me.
Nobody talks about the neighbor's wife and this and that and the coworkers. Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, but he apologized. Now he apologized again. He's groveling and get out of here.
Yeah, I lost all respect for that guy. And then Ozzy fucking Osbourne died. That shit hit me hard.
I am amazed that he lived this long. I am amazed Richards is still alive. I am amazed that Ron Wood is still alive.
This is Ozzy Osbourne's funeral procession in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in that hearse, and there's a live band playing Crazy Train. Listen. Yeah, that shit made me sad. He was, I loved Ozzy Osbourne.
We don't have characters like them anymore. They were characters. Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne was a character. All these guys, we don't have them anymore.
I remember in the 80s, everything was like hit after hit, when he was in the cusp of his solo career.
Mm-hmm.
He was so fucking cool, man. Look, this is him young and full of life.
Think of you as practicing black magicians or something. Do you find this a lot?
Oh yeah, we do actually. It's just
that's the early days. That was
like it's like a thing that started when we started, which now is not some. They don't ask it too much now, It's just,
look at how young he is.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he here? Like 22?
Man, I looked like that when I was 22.
This is 1973. I wasn't even born yet.
God,
you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
Why did you pick the name in the first place?
Well, why did the Beatles pick the Beatles? Nobody knows.
But this is a name which has got connotations, Black Sabbath, hasn't it?
Well, so the Rolling Stones got something to do with landslides,
I understand there is at least one pop group which does purport to practice black magic.
No,
publicly.
There were, but they split up,
He's just fucking gone, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks, dude. I remember, and I had the whole thing planned out. I was going to talk about that and show that live performance of Paranoid when he's on stage and you've got Black Sabbath and you have that guitar crunch. Dun, 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 dun. He's up there. He's got a denim jean jacket. He's got jeans on, leather boots, and he's got the hair, and he's got that voice. Na 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 na. Oh, it's and I can't because you will get copy struck, and it
from
sucks,
the grave,
man.
right there, from the grave, Ozzy Osbourne is gonna come shut the channel down from the grave.
Yeah,
That's too much power. That is too much power to give the entertainment business. The Congress is giving the entertainment business so much power to disrupt ordinary people's lives. Go after the factories in China that are making the DVDs in the factories. Go after those guys. I get that. But normal people in the house, normal people like you and me, Ozzy Osbourne is going to shut me down from the grave. Get out of here. No, Congress has given them too much power. You're going to ruin my life or disrupt my life over a song, not the cure for cancer, not that I stole a cell phone, the laptop. I took a laptop. I punched you in the face over a goddamn song, a movie, a thing.
Well, imagine if like Abraham Lincoln was copy. You could get copy struck for that. It's like I can't show you things like I can't show you things about the Civil War. You know, it's called education. You know, this stuff mattered in our lives. What Ozzy Osbourne did meant something, and I should be able to teach it to people.
We should be able to share it, enjoy it, look at it. It's our history. He's part of our culture. He's part of our human history. You know, and I have to describe it. I can't show it. No, Congress has got 125 years. A copyright can last 125 years, 75 years after you're dead. Why? You're kidding me. I can't. We have to wait another 75 years after Osborne is dead into the 3000s. We have to. I mean, it's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be dead.
Yeah, we'll be
You'll
dead.
be dead. That's for sure.
Yeah. I have
talk
to tell
about
young people.
Talk about
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Talk about rewriting history. I want to show you this because I never thought I'd see this in my lifetime.
From the Holocaust. So how can they consider themselves serious educators without teaching American children that the Nazis killed 6 million Jews? Who are they saying Hitler and his accomplices exterminated?
They're saying that Hitler and his accomplices exterminated minority groups without emphasizing the centrality of the Jews to the Holocaust. And what this really illustrates is that the National Education Association really isn't interested in education. It's a left-wing political arm that cares more about Palestine than phonics. It cares more about distinguishing anti-Zionism from anti-Semitism than it does that making sure that our children are getting a quality education. And perhaps most importantly, it shows that politics are always going to be the flavor of the day and the interests of the more than 3 million American public school teachers who really aren't that concerned about any of this. They're more concerned about making sure that they teach math and their students aren't throwing chairs at them are totally unheard of. So
we need to keep these left-wing leftist lunatics out of our education system and out of our entertainment industry. They're ruining everything. And they hate Jewish people. They don't like them. They are the new Nazis.
Yeah, the anti-Semitism is rearing its ugly head again. But this is different. This is worldwide now. This isn't just a European problem or a German problem. This is a worldwide hatred, Jew hatred. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, the Jews have been hated, but not like this. And
well, it's because we have the internet now.
No,
Anything on the internet can just become global.
it's because Marxism and Islam has spread worldwide. That's why.
Well,
This is
that
a
too.
Marxist communist Russia. Russia is the birthplace of the pogroms. Russians hate Jews; they can't stand them. And Marxism, communism, found a way through anti-Semitism, teaching anti-Semitism, to put a wedge in the West. So Marxism and communism spread anti-Semitism, and Islam spreads the hatred of the Jews, and it's going worldwide. And we let it.
Well, it can go. It's a multitude of things. It's that, and it can spread like fire on gasoline because of the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ask some some kid, why do you hate the Jews, he's not going to really give you an answer, because at some point he's going to become 30-year-old guy and look back at his college years and say, why did I chase this perfect stranger and knock him on the head? I didn't even know the guy. Why
Yeah, I
did
mean,
I
they
do
all
that?
do that.
And okay, so how gullible could they be? So some perfect stranger that you've never met tells you you're a girl, and you believe him. He tells you that go chop off the breast of your 14-year-old sister, and you believe it. That you could get pregnant, and you believed it. And now perfect stranger is telling you to go physically, violently interject yourself into that kid's life over there across campus that you've never met, and you believe him. Go
Well,
harm that
it's
kid, and you
because,
believe it. How
yeah,
stupid can you be?
well, yeah, but it's kind of like the cultism from the 70s. These kids are going through the higher education system, and they're getting brainwashed. That's why I say keep these leftist lunatics out of our education system,
But
because
Arthur,
they go to these universities and they're trained.
after a while, you leave the college, you leave the classroom, you leave the. After a while, you lie, you believe lie after lie after lie, and are you a child? Are you that gullible, dumb? Are you that idiotic that you believe everything a perfect stranger tells you to do? So a perfect stranger tells you to go, comes into your house and tells you to go to Palmdale and beat up a guy over there that you've never met. You're going to do it? No.
Well, you see them. So basically, while they're in college, they're in the thick of it. They're deep into the indoctrination, and the people who are teaching them and everybody around them pumps them full of this crazy shit. And then they leave college, and what happens? They become Democrats. They're the ones you see online screaming vulgarity at the ICE agents trying to apprehend and deport an illegal alien. I mean, that's what eventually happens. They become Biden voters, Kamala voters. Yeah. How stupid and gullible can you be? Look at what happened to California. Gavin Newsom is still the governor. He did not get recalled. Why?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
of
I know.
stupid people. How gullible can you be? My answer to that? I don't know. Pretty fucking gullible. I mean, I look at the shit that people I know in my life, the shit they post
Yeah.
that's anti-Trump, and it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for the sake of hating Trump.
Did you see that Myron Gaines clip where they're talking about Hitler didn't finish the job and they want all Jews gassed and all that stuff?
No.
Where are they getting all this hatred? That's a hatred of an American 18-year-old person on that show. That's just unfathomable.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
She's going to be putting a Jewish baby in an oven to burn him. That's what she was talking
Yeah, I didn't
about.
see it.
And so these young people run around all over around. And what are they going to do when they do catch that Jew? When they do have them in their grasp? What are you going to do with him? Are you going to physically hurt him, punch him, stab him, kill him? That, Arthur, I don't think they understand what they're being told to do. What they're being told, what they're being initiated in. It's like jumping in, getting jumped in by a gang. You know, are you sure you want to do this? We're gonna beat the crap out of you. You know, and you're gonna have to go kill your first guy before you become a made man. You're gonna do that? I don't think they really comprehend these college kids who have never been exposed to violence in that way. What exactly they're getting themselves into or talked into, because some satanic Luciferian is whispering in their ear. That's what's going on. This is all satanic shit.
Those are college. Yeah, they're college professors. You know, we sent our kids to these indoctrination centers, and we paid for this. We paid those high tuition fees. Here, brainwash my kid.
Yeah.
That's what we paid for.
Yeah.
That's what our kids are going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt. And for what? A master's degree in basket weaving?
Arthur,
yeah.
This kid wanted to be an accountant. He wanted to be an archaeologist. And all of a sudden he's turned into a Muslim warrior for Islam to go kill the Jews, because they're the only ones now that have the hatred towards the Jews in that way.
I wonder, back in the 40s, I mean, when you think about it, we killed a lot of innocent German people in our bombing campaigns.
Yeah.
Were there people calling America, accusing America of being genocide practitioners? You know, because do you see what I'm saying? In the 40s, we bombed Germany because we were at war with them. Mm-hmm. And we killed a lot of innocent Germans because we bombed the cities.
Yes,
these
even
are just
back
people
then,
that, you know,
even back then, you had the left-wing communist pacifists wing of the side of the country. It was a big deal with the bombing of Dresden and the bombing of innocent people. Oh, how dare you! You're killing innocent people. The Pacific Theater. When we dropped the atomic bomb, it was very controversial. Even back then, you had these children. Even back then, you had children. It's a war, you idiot. It's a goddamn war. People die in war, and you know you gotta do what you gotta do. It's either him or me. And there's all these things that go on in a war. People die, innocent people die.
Yeah,
people
they don't get it.
Da-da! But they don't get
They
it.
They don't understand.
They don't want to understand. Not that they don't understand.
War.
They don't want to understand.
And I know this is going to sound harsh, and it may even sound a little cliche, but the rule to humanity is kill or be killed. I mean, that's it. The world has spun like that for thousands of years. Okay, kill or be killed.
So are these guys
conquer
upset?
or be conquered?
Yeah. Are these guys upset? These modern guys, these new guys. Are these guys upset because during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln was losing? His generals were incompetent. and they were gun shy. McClellan was an idiot. We outnumbered the North 2-1. We had the weapons, the cannons, and the men, but we were timid.
You mean the South?
The North. The North was timid. The South was kicking our ass.
No, we outnumbered the South.
Yes, we outnumbered the South. The North outnumbered the South. The Union did. So, and Lincoln fired general after general because he was beside himself. He kept saying, "Go frickin' kick their asses, kill them, destroy them. That's what you got to do." I'm sorry, but general after general after general didn't do that until he found Grant and Tecumseh Sherman. And what did they do? They burned the South to the ground. Are they upset because of that? That's how you win wars. It's called the von Clausewitz philosophy. Total war.
Yeah,
And
the Confederacy was
burnt to the ground, and that's how we ended the Civil War.
The Confederacy fired. The Confederacy fired their first shot. And when they talked to the guy, his response was, "It gave me great pleasure to send that cannonball over." That was a difference of attitude. Yeah.
Yes, the South was going to kill us. The South had no qualms in putting a bullet in his brother's brain because he joined the Union. He had no qualms in massacring us.
Who's gonna cut my crops? Who's gonna do the work nobody else wants to do? Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it?
The Southern plantation owners, they wanted to hang on to their free labor, which was the slaves. He didn't want to give that stuff up. He was exporting all of his cotton to England, to France, to Europe. He was making a lot of money overseas. He needed all the free labor he could get. He needed all the slaves he could get. And he put a bullet in his son's head to do it. And you don't expect me to fight back? You don't expect me to do stuff? Burn their plantations down? Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not teaching our kids right. We're teaching them this very fairy tale perspective of life. It's not realistic. So, oh man, so did you I saw this the other day. This is the Idaho killer that killed 4 college students. And the state, in my opinion, I think they're a bunch of softies that don't believe in the death penalty. So they offered him a plea deal, and he took it.
Yeah, he was smart.
I want you to look at this guy. I want you to look at his demeanor.
3 years, Brian Kohberger's lawyers insisted he was innocent in the brutal stabbings of 4 Idaho college students. All that changed as he accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
The judge going through the victims one by one, sending chills through the courtroom.
Did you, on November 13th, 2022, in Latah County, state of Idaho, kill and murder Madison Mogan, a human being?
Yes.
Kaylee Gonzalez, a human being?
Yes.
Xana Kernodle, a human being?
Yes.
Ethan Chapin, a human being?
Yes.
Loved ones tearing up as each student's name.
You see how dead and void that guy is?
But the liberals don't think he exists, Arthur. I had so many, I can't even count, arguments, discussions with my liberal coworkers that he doesn't exist. Monsters like that are not real. We must pamper them. We must talk to them. They're made. They're something happened. It's called trauma-based therapy now. It's called trauma-based therapy. I'm not making this stuff up. He didn't exist 5 years ago. Something happened.
Yeah.
You got a bump in the head, a stub toe. I would have discussion after discussion with the psychiatrists and this and that. This, oh no,
That
no,
guy,
no,
that guy was born like that.
no,
And
how dare you say that? How dare you say that?
and once we find them, we need to get rid of them, if you know what I mean. That guy, I remember seeing this documentary, and this detective was talking to a serial killer.
Mm.
And he said, look, you got caught. You're never getting out of here. It's over. You've admitted to it. It's done. Will you at least let these parents know where their kids are buried? And you know what he said to him? He said, I butchered their kids. What makes you think I give a shit about these parents?
Mm-hmm.
These people, these sociopaths, they don't care.
No, they don't. I
They
deal
don't
with them
care.
every day, face to face. I put my hands on them, and I gave them food. I gave them medicine. I did everything. We did it face to face with murderers and violators and child lovers and
And you know what gets me? Okay, so this Brian Kohberger guy is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. It's going to be maximum security. He's going to be in a 5x8 cell, 23 hours a day. For an hour, he gets to leave that cell and either go to the prison library, and I've seen it, it's small, or he can go into a 5x8 cage where it's outside, but they're like 20-foot brick walls, and you can only see a quarter of the sky.
Arthur,
Now, listen to me. If that were my fate, there is no way in heaven and earth I would allow myself to live that kind of existence.
Arthur, he's going to have the time of his life.
I would take myself out. I mean, just the mere thought of being in a concrete box for 23 hours a day makes me shiver. But these people, they're okay with it.
Yeah,
they sit in that concrete box. Here's what it was for him. I'm going to slaughter these 4 people. And worst case scenario, if I end up in the concrete box, I can sit on that concrete bed, stare at the wall, and mentally meditate about what I did.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. There was a family. Go ahead.
Arthur, these guys look forward to prison. He's going to get all the drugs he wants. He's going to get the prison library. He's going to get communication. He's going to write a book. He's going to get interviews. He's going to taunt the families. Yeah. He's going to have the time of his life. They always do. They always do. Yeah. Look at Charles Manson. He made artwork. Look at John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown, Pogo the clown. He sold his paintings. He had visitors. He had marriage proposals. Look at Richard Ramirez. He got married. Look at the Menendez brothers. Arthur, these guys don't give a crap about prisons. They love it. They have the time of their life in there. 3 meals and what's it called? 3 hots in a cot. They call that 3 hots in a cot. They get fed. They get medicated. They get pampered. They love it.
It's rough too because if
they're not
someone
normal,
did that,
not like you and me.
It's rough too because if someone did that to my daughter, I got 4 little dogs who mean the world to me. Yeah. I've got a life. I've got my friends. And, I have my interests in things that I enjoy doing. I love riding motorcycles. I love training jujitsu. But if somebody did that to my daughter, I mean, you know, here's the option. It's like, do I turn into a Lee Harvey Oswald and take care of it and then go to prison? Or do I allow these, you know, limp dick prosecutors to make them the next Charles Manson selling artwork from prison?
We had this 9-year-old at the facility one time, and he was in there for attempted violation of a kid. What happened was he took a little girl hostage in his second grade or third grade classroom with a knife and attempted to, you know, assault her.
Yeah.
And so we had him there, and that was his second time. He tried it when he was 7. So this was his second attempt to do stuff with little girls in the school. And he was 9, Arthur. 9. But all the women would give him toys because he was a little boy. He was a baby. And all the women, oh, look at the kid, oh, blah, blah, blah. But you dealt with him. I dealt with him. The minute you said no to the guy, he changed. It was a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, now I see the real you. You're 9-year-old little crap. Yeah. What are we going to do with you when you're 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, a 20-year-old grown man? What are we going to do with you? You were born this way. They were born psychotic. I dealt with lots of them. They were born that way. 12-year-old murderers.
Yeah, there was a guy who was a teacher, and this is just recently. A family went hiking, and they were with their 2 daughters, little kids.
Yeah.
And out of the blue, the guy starts stabbing the husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
The mother grabs the kids. They take off. They get some distance away. She tells the kids to stay put, and she runs back for her husband.
Yeah.
And you know, she ran back to the belly of the beast, and he killed her.
Yeah.
And there was a big nationwide manhunt, and thank God they caught the kid, the guy. Check this out. He went to get a haircut. There he is. Looks normal. Yep.
Wiped off all the blood, because stabbing somebody, that's up and personal. You're going to get bloody. You're going to get cut. He wiped off all the blood, and yeah, we'll get a haircut.
They got him.
I dealt with stabbers, and that's a different breed. They love their knives. They love to kill up and personal. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, every state, you know, if I were the king of the world, every state in this beautiful country of ours should allow every man and woman to carry a firearm. Call me crazy.
I got a story.
Call me crazy.
So one day we're dealing with this stabber. He loved to stab people. Just loved to tell stories about because he was in there for a double murder, not a double murder, but for 2 murders, stabbing. He stabbed them to death, both two guys, different times. So he's in there waiting to be sentenced for life, whatever. And he's a fighter, and he punched this guy in the face, broke his nose, blood everywhere on the floor and everything. And he's in his underwear. We're saying we're got to get the kid out, take him to the nurse. We've got to clean up the blood. And he's like, no, I'll clean up the blood. And he's touching the blood with his hands. And from out of his underwear pops out his genitals. He was getting an erection, touching the blood, and then he starts pleasuring himself. And we're like, what the hell is going on? Crazy. But we were under the DOJ mandate, the FBI, the Department of Justice for Washington, D.C., came down on our ass. We couldn't touch him. We could not touch him because we were on camera and the Department of Justice lawyers were on our ass. What are you going to do with the guy? Well, we have to stop him from doing that and put him back in his room and lock him away. But how do you do that? But that's their mentality, Arthur. That's their psychotic. He was reliving, touching the blood and pleasuring himself, and
that's why I envy. I always think about this. I envy the cowboy times. Can you imagine that guy doing that in front of Doc Holliday or Wyatt Earp? They would just, that would be it. You know, it would be like, you know, that scene where Indiana Jones is confronted by the sword, that Arab swordsman.
Yeah.
And he's just like, boom, you know?
Yeah.
I envy those times. Like, those were the days, man.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Where is he? What do you mean, where is he? We got rid of him. You know, he's done. He's a monster. That's it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And this was at a time, I don't even think we had income taxes back then, but you know, to conceptually tell them that for the next, I don't know, 50, 60 years of this guy's life, we're going to take care of him. We're going to feed him. We're going to give him health care. You know, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. And, you know, we're going to pay for it. They would laugh at your face. They would be like, what are you talking about? Get a rope.
Yeah, get a rope.
You know?
That's right, yeah.
All right, man. I'm out of here.
All right.
But, hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
Okay.